very popular Hollywood actor Stanley Tucci is not happy at all. In fact, he is very, very upset that the world is quickly rejecting the woke insanity, and he lets us know all about it in this absolutely hilarious video that we're going to be checking out here today. And indeed, the world is quickly rejecting all of the nonsense, all of the insanity, and he is very, very upset about that. Stanley Tucci is yet another one of those celebrities who is very angry at you for not embracing, mindlessly, brainlessly, just completely embracing the insanity like they want you to do. So let's go ahead and check this out and see what Stanley Tucci has to say here today. Actor Stanley Tucci says that the world has been moving to the very far right, citing countries like Italy for not allowing the, the Skittle community nonsense couples to adopt children or birth them through surrogacy. And to that, I say to Italy, very well done stuff over there. I did not realize that they were doing that, but that is a very good thing to see. Good job, Italy, on that. So speaking with the Sky News, the Conclave actor discussed his cooking show and how he wanted to explore Italian society by focusing on different types of families, including the Skittle community types. So this is what he had to say in this video. Let's go ahead and check this out because, well, he is very, very upset.
I'm confused as to the direction that so much of the world is heading now.
How dare they not do what we want them to do? They're supposed to just be sheep that just do what we say. And if we say that all of this stuff, all of this woke crap is good, they're supposed to just say, yeah, but they're not.
Confused as to the direction that so much of the world is heading now, to the very far right, and sort of vilifying the other, meaning people who aren't like us. But I don't quite know what that means because we are all so different. There is no us, right? We're all different. So I don't know what the problem is there. So I thought this was a really interesting look at what's happening in Italy politically and how it's affecting people, but of course
now that's just a really horrible argument, right? That is a terrible argument to say just because they're different doesn't mean that they should be vilified. Because you could say, well, a serial killer is different. I'm not like that, so he is an other. He is different than me, but that doesn't make what he is doing that's different correct. So that's just a terrible, terrible argument to frame your worldview on, but that is exactly what so many of these people do. They're just different, guys. You should be totally okay with it, even though they're different. And it's like, well, not really the case. We got to take a look at what the outcomes are, what the damage is to society and all of these different things, and not just being like, well, butterflies and rainbows and unicorns and all this stuff. That's not what we need to focus on.
Because those people are sitting there having a traditional Sunday lunch with the grandparents, with the grandkid, and they're a family. And yet the government says they're not a family.
He is very, very upset by it. It's hilarious that he's using the phrasing that the world is moving very far right, guys. Which just shows you that, once again, this is just an admittance from a celebrity, from a Hollywood celebrity, that we are winning in the culture war. And they don't like that. They are not happy about that whatsoever. They thought that the culture war was a complete wrap for them. They thought that they had it in the bag. They thought that they were on top. And, well, all of that has just completely flipped on its head very, very quickly. The problem is they made a big mistake, right? Their big mistake was that they tried to conform you. They tried to force you to accept all of their nonsense and all of their insanity. And if you didn't, then you could be banned, you could be canceled, you could be blacklisted, deplatformed, all of these types of things. And when people started to see that happening, they were like, no, this is too much and we're done with it. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.